Hi everyone, Helen here. I'm going to show you how to set up your portfolio. So I'm using Weebly. You can use any site you like, but I like Weebly because it's easy to use and it's easy for students. So what you will do when you set up Weebly is you will add pages. Now I already have a bunch of pages here, and I'm going to click on pages here and you can see what I have. I have a home page, and the home page is where I welcome you to my site and I tell you about the purpose of the site. You can also have an About Me page. Actually, I'm going to put it there, and if you like you can put pictures of yourself and talk a little bit about who you are. I was just having fun with photos there, but you probably wouldn't put that many. So you'd say who you are as a teacher becoming, and a little bit about things that people might want to know about you as a teacher. The next thing that you'll do is you'll add a blog site. Now a blog page is, sorry, not a site, you'll add a blog page. A blog page is different to a standard page. So let's look at that. When you add a page, you click on the plus there, and you will add a blog page if you're going to do your blog on your Weebly site. So you have only one blog page. So if we look at this blog page, so let's go down, I'm going to cancel that a moment. I want to go to pages. Let's go back into my portfolio. Sorry. I'm going to go to the pages and let's look at the blog. All right. So you'll see that on my blog here, I was put in a first blog post just to share how to do a blog post, and I've added a new one. Each week you will add a new blog post, and the way you do that is to click on this button here, New Post. When you click New Post, it'll say post title. So say for example I was doing my post on videos for teaching and learning, and it puts the date there. What I then do is I grab a text box and drop it into there where it says text element, add the elements, and you click to edit and start blogging. When you are done, so I'd say put your blog post here. And remember, what I recommend is don't compose directly onto your blog, rather compose your blog post in a Google Doc, and when you're ready, paste it here. When you're ready to post your blog post, you'll click on the orange post button, and it swirls away, and then it says published. And if you want to see what it looks like for the public, and also to get the URL to submit for me to see, you click on that and you'll see that it takes me to the blog. So that is your blog post, and we'll close that out there. Let's look then at the portfolio pages. You will see that I have a page that's called Portfolio. It is a standard page, and it's the first page you create. So on this, put Welcome to my online portfolio, and then you have a list of your portfolio pages. Each time you create a portfolio page, you'll add the one to the list here. So for example, I'm going to add a new page here. Let's say I was going to add, I'm just going to put this as an example page. All right, so I'll put example page. Coming back here, I want to add a standard page. Portfolios are always standard pages, and that's called example page. Done. So there is my example page. Now notice what I'm going to do. I want this to become part of a drop-down menu. So I'm going to click on it and drag it a little bit. Try and click on it. Come on. And drag it a little bit to the right. There we go. Got it. Now it's indented. So let's go back to that portfolio page, and I'm going to make a link to it. So I highlight that word, example page, highlight it, go up to the link, and I want to link it to a standard page, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to example page. And if I click off that, you'll see that it's now a link. Let's do another one. If I want to link to the videos for teaching and learning, I highlight the words, click on the link, standard page, go down to videos for teaching and learning, click off. So one by one, what I'm doing is I'm creating links on this main portfolio page to each of the pages in my portfolio. When I'm ready, or when I'm afraid I don't want to lose anything, I click Publish. And let's take a look. There's my Weebly site. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So notice this is it comes to my home page. If I click on the blog, it takes us to the blog page, and there's each week's post. Now, if I hover over the word portfolio, there is a list of it's a drop-down menu of all of my pages. But if I just click on the word portfolio, it takes me to that page that I created that says welcome to my online portfolio, and say I wanted to go to the photos for teaching and learning. If I click on that, it takes it there. If I want to go to videos for teaching and learning, it takes me there. One last thing I want to show you is, say you've created something on a page. I'm going to go to my pages here, and say I created something on this page here, the videos, and I realize that I don't want to put what I've created here on the thing link. I actually decide that that better belongs on the page to do with photos. So when I click on this box here, you will see that there's a little blue arrow. If I click on that blue arrow, it says, where do you want to move it? And I'm going to say I want to move it to photos for teaching and learning. And there it went to the page on photos for teaching and learning. Let's go back to the video page, and I'm going to click on here. Let's move this as well. This is a thing link image. Move it to photos for teaching and learning. There we go. Let's try that again. Photos for teaching and learning. And let's go back to photos for teaching and learning. And there it is. Thing link image. There we go. Let's also, I didn't give a title on this page, so I'm going to put one there. Let's go to build and title. Drop it there. And I'm going to say photos for teaching and learning. I hope that helps you with setting up your pages. So you'll have a home, you can choose to have an About Me, a blog page, one main portfolio page, and each week you create a page for each of your topics, and you slide them slightly to the right so that they become part of the drop-down menu.